not positive, but this might just be Harrisburg's best kept secret. Off here to the right is a public beach area, but it's not the type of beach you would imagine. And I've never seen one like this before. This is a first of it for me to find a piece of train equipment like this. I don't think it's open today, which is unfortunate, but if I could happen to get someone to operate it today. It was never a bucket list item, but I could say I've done it. Although this is my first time here, I'm calling this place a hidden gem and the best place to visit in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And if you're walking or biking, the only way to get here is by that bridge. If you want to find out what this place is and see what it has to offer, all you need to do is come along with me. So what you're looking at is the downtown area of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This is the Susquehanna River. And that's an old vehicle bridge that is no longer open to vehicles. There's actually some history to it. It's not only old, but it also was shut down to vehicles in 1972 when Hurricane Agnes destroyed it. Now it's only open to pedestrians and bikes. It takes you from downtown area all the way over here to what is known as City Island. So once you're here, you're literally on an island surrounded by the Susquehanna River. There's also a ball field here known as FNB Field and a few other things that I didn't know existed here until recently. So I'm gonna hop on Incredible Hulk, and Jake's here with me, he's riding the tank, and we're gonna take you for a little tour around City Island here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Now we're here on a Monday and not everything is open, but you do have full access to the island. Obviously the center point is FNB Field, ball field there, and down here is known as Riverside Village Park. There's some seating areas, some little pavilions, and a shady area of the island. And there's even a lookout area that will give you some views of the Susquehanna and the downtown area, and also some really colorful buildings just like that. So as we're riding the road around the island, you're gonna notice a few things. There's a wall here with a worn down mural, which I think depicts some of the highlights here on the island. There's also some train tracks, which we will talk more about. On the right hand side, this fenced off area with fish, according to Google Maps, is a boat dock area or a loading dock or a boat ramp area, which is now off limits, but that is what it used to be. And then a playground area up here for the little ones, or big ones like me who are still a little big kid at heart. And Jake told me off here to the right is a public beach area, but it's not the type of beach you would imagine. And it's not the water you necessarily want to go swimming in, but I will give you a view of it, because at the very least it offers some breathtaking views of the river itself. So this is known as the beach area. It's the furthermost end of the island here, and you have this concrete ramp going right down to the water with some little sandboxes up here, I guess you could call them, for children to play in. So it does have that somewhat of a beach feel to it, and plenty of free seating. But there's no sand here. It is concrete. It's not the cleanest. There's a lot of geese poop and other things. But you can see if you come down here, you have a really gorgeous view, whether it's daytime or nighttime here. Do some photography, read a book, listen to some music, and you have basically the whole corner exposed here with views on both sides. So now you can see how it's definitely an island because the river is surrounding us the entire way. So there's looking across the other side there. And we're gonna get up here in front of this building, which is, I believe, dated from 1921. So it's 104 years old. It's an old boathouse, if I'm not mistaken. There's also some food trucks here as well. Now, Jake was explaining that a lot of the things that are normally open are either open on weekends or days or nights when there's ball games. So there's nothing going on today on a Monday, so it's pretty quiet. Okay, sorry, not a boathouse, it's a bathhouse. City Island Bathhouse circa 1921. It's a nice looking structure. So 104 years old as the making of this video. Now the train tracks are still over there. They wrap around that elevated area there, but they're down here road level. Off to the right, little snack stand with ice cream, burgers, fries, milkshakes. And then we do have water golf, which is a mini golf area. Now, this is open right now. So you have some mini golf courses through here, right along the river's edge. While you're playing, you got some nice photo opportunities like that bridge right there. And when you're on that bridge, you got a nice view of the river and the shore on the other side. But the one thing I found a little bit amusing up here as part of the golf course is actually a fountain with some really dark blue water. Although blue's my favorite color, I don't think I'd want to get in that water. Nice thing about that course too is it's partially shady, partially exposed. And as we're passing by the golf course, there is a family of geese over there. They seem to be really rampant in this area. Like I said, a lot of geese poop. There's also a train crossing with the smallest of train signals right there behind me. So the train crosses there. And if you couldn't tell, these train tracks go around the entire island. Now, obviously this is my first time here. I've never ridden it. If it was open today, I would be riding it, but there is a video I could post down below. Hopefully it's still on his channel. My friend Matt PG did do a video here a few years ago where he was riding the train, and it's something I've always wanted to check out and ride myself. Just didn't come on the right day, but now I have something to look forward to in the future. But as we're over here though, on the left side, we're now on the other end of the field. So the back side of it, so to speak, train tracks are meandering through, and we're just kind of cruising along this roadway here, which has no traffic literally because there's nothing going on here today. And although it's pretty quiet today, I did hear it gets really crowded on weekends and game nights. So if you're not looking to do the train ride or anything like that, I would say come on a day like today. But if you do want to experience everything the city island has to offer, well, you're going to want to come probably on a weekend or a game day. But we're following the tracks, and the tracks do lead to something up here we're going to stop and check out because it's the whole reason why these tracks are here. And if you hear that music, well, that music is coming from another ride here besides the train. They actually have a small carousel here. It's literally right behind the ball field. We're in the outfield right now. Home plate is in the center up there. But it's not operating today, but it is lit up. Music is playing. It's another little novelty amusement thing to do here if you're coming here with your children. And across from that is Walnut Street Station. It's a mock-up replica train station. You buy your tickets there. It actually says carousel's open. I guess there's just no one operating it at the moment, but carousel's open. Train's not running today. You can buy your tickets there probably for the carousel and the train. They also do sell refreshments in there, and there's some coin-operated rides. But up here though, where the tracks are, is some really neat pieces of railroad equipment. And this is known as the City Island Trolley. It looks like, kind of like Mr. Rogers' trolley. It's a fully functioning trolley. It operates on that smaller gauge track. The operator would sit in front there. Got the controls right there. And I've never seen one like this before. This is a first of it for me to find a piece of train equipment like this. And I'm talking constantly because there is music playing. I don't want to have to avoid muting or getting any music issues, but train ride or trolley is $4.25. Cash discount is $4. All day train is $8. And there's also other prices there for the carousel ride. That's actually really affordable. So it says open daily at noon, but I don't think it's open today, which is unfortunate. But if I could happen to get someone to operate it today, I would definitely give you a kind of a highlight tour. And supposedly there's another locomotive that pulls that car right there. It's probably in that train shed right there. So they have the trolley with the passenger car, and then like an open air car over there that I believe gets pulled by a locomotive if I'm not mistaken. But that is what Jake explained to me. But a City Island trolley goes around the entire island, gives you some great views. It's a great way to see the island without walking or driving around it. the tracks take you around nearly the entire park here. So that is pretty awesome to me. And there's multiple tracks, multiple different train sheds, so they probably have different pieces of equipment. I don't know the gauge of the track. It looks similar to the one at Knoebels, probably a little bit wider, but it's definitely not standard gauge or even narrow gauge for mine carts. It's just a smaller gauge, maybe custom made specifically for this railroad here. But this is City Island Trolley here at City Island, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. As I looked over, there's an attendant in the window. I said, "Hey, is by chance the train operating today?" He's like, "Yeah, it is." I didn't even know he was in there. And I also have my 360 camera with me. So Jake and myself are gonna ride the train around City Island. I'm gonna give you some views courtesy of my new 360 camera. So enjoy this unique look here at City Island in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. All right, he started the trolley up. Sounds like it's just a gas powered engine. There's the bell. All aboard. Wow, a loud air horn. It might be his only customers of the day, but at least he's earning his keep for driving the train with us. I did ask him, he stated that the trolley operates during the week. They do have a locomotive that they run on weekends. It's a diesel locomotive. So depending on when you come, you can either ride behind the trolley or behind the locomotive. As you can probably tell, it's not a fast train ride. It's going maybe 3 to 5 miles an hour. Just a nice, slow, leisurely ride. Be great on a really comfortable day. Today is super hot and humid. It's around 90 degrees. High humidity, feels close to 100. So I'm thankful for the shade. Would have been nice if it was a little faster, but that's okay though. Allows you to take in everything around you. And it should be going just across from the mini golf course. And we're gonna also get up nice and close to the ballpark because the road is closed there due to construction, but the train does go through there. All right, we just did our very first train ride on an island. Something I've never done before. It was never a bucket list item, but I could say I've done it. Not a whole lot of people could say they've ridden a train around an island. And in case you're curious how long it is, because I did edit it differently, it was 13 minutes on a dot when we pulled back into the station. And I was mistaken. I thought it was a gas-powered engine. It's a small 4-cylinder diesel-powered engine, probably like you'd see in a little piece of heavy equipment. And there's a separate onboard compressor for the air horn. And again, Trolley operates during the week. The diesel locomotive operates on weekends. So if you ever want to ride a train on an island, here at City Island, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is one of the few places you could do so. And I'm really fortunate that I saw the individual in there. I didn't even know they were open. And for $8, Jake and myself rode around for 13 minutes on a nice leisurely train/trolley ride on the City Island Trolley. Well, that was our look at City Island here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. A really unique way to cross it on the Walnut Street Bridge, knowing it closed down in 1972 from automobile use because of Hurricane Agnes that damaged the bridge, but now it's open to pedestrians and bike riders. And I have to say, I've known about this island. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos, especially from my friend Matt. Jake's told me about it. My first time being here, I really enjoyed it, especially for the fact that we got to take the train ride, which was the main highlight for me. I knew the train ride was one of the attractions here, but I was expecting it to be closed because we're here on a Monday. And luck was on our side. The attendant was in the window, paid our $8 and had a nice 13-minute ride around the island. On top of that though, there's plenty of places to sit down and relax. We actually had some food at that one stand, which was pretty good. You got mini golf there, you got the beach area, which I wouldn't swim in, but offers some nice views. And of course the ball field, and I think there's a football field there too. So plenty to see and do. I'm calling it a hidden gem or best kept secret here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, because unless you're local to the area, probably many people don't know what it's about or what it has to offer, but hopefully this video now fills in those questions for you. Or I should say fills in those answers for you. With that being said, we're gonna get on with the rest of our day, so I wanna thank you for coming along and taking a look at City Island here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.